everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another Fate Grand Order video. What are we going to be talking about today? Well, today we're going to be talking about Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 because they just announced that it's coming out pretty soon. I was waiting for more info on the Back to School campaign, but I'll talk about that a little bit more because, funny enough, they are linked in some kind of way. So that's going to be today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help out the channel a whole bunch, and I do appreciate it. And I'll also say this right now, I'm going to be switching between the wiki and the news site, which is this is what it is. The news site actually has a starting date. The campaigns are basically the same, except for I don't have the starting dates, and the wiki is not updated yet as of the time of this recording, so I'll just flip-flop between them. And hopefully it's not too annoying. But let's start, shall we? So Pilgrimage Campaign Part 4, as you can see here, it starts on the 22nd and it goes into the 5th. Pretty nice, pretty easy. That's the first of the things we have to do. Now we switch over to the other side. Okay, so what is the Evocation Festival? It is a way for them to bring back old welfares, or as they call them, distributed servants, which I learned from reading the news site. And this time the batch that they brought in is Irisville, Sieg, and Chloe. And this time I'm actually saying Irisville's name correctly. Or actually I'm not. Let's not go too far here now. Eerie. In the previous video I was calling her Ilya for some reason when I had to talk about this. They'll be added to a shop. Inside that shop you can exchange for the welfare with evocation leaves, and evocation leaves you can get from daily missions and some other stuff that will happen during the campaign, such as login bonuses. And the units being added to the shop are permanent, even though the campaign lasts to a certain time. Those are really more related to the missions that you do during it, and not the actual units. The units will be here forever. If they went away, that'd be very unfortunate. But yeah, the way it goes down is that you'll get 1 copy of the Servant, 4 copies for NP, their Ascension material, and then servant coins that you can buy 10 at a time, so you can get their max append and level 120 them, with the cost being 200 for the 1 copy, 200 for each additional copy of the NP, so that's a total of 800, 50 of the Ascension material, which you'll need 200 for in the total, and if you wanted to get all of the servant coins, it's 50 for 1 batch of 10, so then you'll need 2,400 by the end of it. And there's no special, like, costume dress for any of them, so it's all just the basic stuff here. You will not get a mana prism if it's your 6th time getting them, because usually in the past, when you got a 6th copy of a free-to-play servant, they would give you a rare mana prisms, and they've decided with the evocation shop, you just can't do that. You'll be able to get some more evocation leaves through daily missions or extra missions, and then for a limited time during the campaign, players can also obtain them through daily login bonuses, as I said a little bit while ago, or limited time master missions. And for the login bonus, which is one of the first things, and now we will go back, you can see them right here. This is the login bonus. It starts from the 22nd, and then the way it goes is that you'll get evocation leaves on the first 2 days, and then on the 3rd day you'll get 100 evocation leaves and then 2 St. Quartz, and then it'll go back to giving 30 for 3 days, and then on the 4th day 50 leaves of evocation and then 3 St. Quartz, and then back to giving 30 until 2 days later. And then you'll get, on the 3rd day, Leaf of Evocations 100 and St. Quartz. And then on the final day of the login campaign, which is going to be the 5th of, I guess the 4th of September, actually. It's, again, time zones are weird with the PDT thing, whatever. 50 Leaves of Evocation and St. Quartz times 3, so that's a total of 10 St. Quartz. There will also be master missions going to be added, and these are going to be available until the mission period is the 22nd until the 5th, and then your claim period goes until the 12th of September, so keep that in mind. This is pretty basic stuff. It's complete any Ember Gathering quest 3 times, 6 times, complete a free quest on main story map 3 times, either level up Irisville, Chloe, or Sieg to level 10, level up Irisville, Chloe, or Sieg to 40, and then complete all of the missions and you'll get everything here. It will give you evocation leaves and St. Quartz. The first one is 10 and then 1 St. Quartz. The next one is 20 leaves of evocation and 2 St. Quartz. And then 10 leaves, 2 St. Quartz, 1 St. Quartz, 10 leaves, 50 leaves, 2 St. Quartz, and then 2 St. Quartz again for a total of 10 St. Quartz once again. Oh, and you also get a lore for completing all the master missions as well. Almost forgot to mention that. There'll also be story clear master missions added to master missions permanently, so these will always be here for the end of time. They'll be added on the 22nd, and if you already completed them, then you've already completed them. Complete Lost Belt 6 Fae Round Table Domain Avalon Act 1, that's 500 Leaves of Evocation. Beat Act 2, get 500 Leaves of Evocation, and then beat Act 3, you'll get 500 Leaves of Evocation. And then we'll have the Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 servants get 2 times EXP for enhancements. So that means that Chloe, Irisville, and Sieg will get double EXP when you're leveling them up. And let me tell you, if you want to get any of these servants to level 120, take advantage of this. I've done the level 120 grind a decent amount of times, and it's been a pain in the ass every single time, except when I did it for Samba Quetz during the campaign where she had double EXP. Every other servant that I've ever taken to level 120 has taken me months to get them a level 120. For Samba Quetz, it took me 2 days. And that's because I ran out of EXP on day 1, and then the next day I got it. If you've ever done the grind for level 120, they will tell you that's fucking nuts. Even now, my next level 120, I haven't started yet just because I'm looking for the right time, and I know it's going to be a huge commitment when I go in there, so... If you are, again, interested in Chloe, Irisville, or Sieg, I would take the chance to do it now. There'll also be a 2-time Super and Great Suck chance for servants as well. I believe this will go on top of the one we already had. As part of the Ordeal Call New Duties Unlock Part 2 campaign, ongoing until the 25th, servants will be eligible for a double chance of Super Suck and Great Suck bonus while performing enhancement of rotating schedule of class. In the case of servants eligible for the same bonus, both the Ordeal Call New Duties campaign Part 2 and the Pilgrimage Festival Part 1, the chance of Super and Great Success will remain doubled. The bonus will not stack. In case you were wondering, hey, can I stack this? No, you can't. And this will again go until the 5th of September. QP cost 1/2 for servant enhancement limited time. During the campaign, QP cost we have for a limited time when performing servant enhancement for all servants. Very nice. Along with double chance of Super and Great Suck, as always. Eligible Ember quest unlocked for all days, plus AP cost 1/2 for all Embering Gathering quests for a limited time. This will again go until the 5th of September. And plus all of them will have their AP cost halved. So if you really want to grind it out, do it now. If you don't know what half cost looks like, here you go. The new site's got you covered. What's half of 10? It's 5, baby. Interlude and rank up quests will cost half AP or for Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 servants. So during the period, Chloe, Irisville, and not C because he doesn't have one, their interludes will be half cost for the limited time that you have them available. So make sure to go do them. I didn't realize Sieg never got a quest, which is a shame because I really do like Sieg and FGO after the event he came from. Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 servant received 20% increase to bond points when all quests limited time. So that's more bond for Chloe, Irisville, and Sieg. Pretty nice. Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 servant coins a bonus within quest limited time during the attack period. All of them will be much stronger during this time, which is nice because, believe it or not, 2 out of 3 of these units are really good, and those are Chloe and Sieg, and Irisville is unfortunately very limited into what she can do, which is why she received a buff during this, which we'll look at pretty soon. And the banner is the same, which we'll look at pretty soon, but let me quickly press pause and flip over. So, remember how I said Iri is a little bit on the weaker side? It's why she's getting a new strengthening, which will turn Sacrificial Resolve A into the Cup of Heaven E, or I believe it's the opposite way around. Increase own healing power for 3 turns, upgrade, charges on MP gauge, new effect, increases party's MP damage except for self. This is a new effect. If I want to look into the more nitty-gritty details, because hey, why not? We'll go here, even though everyone gets this. It did actually go from Sacrificial Resolve A to Cup of Heaven E. Is this the first skill that I can think of that went from an A to an E? Don't they usually go from E to A? Never mind. It's 100% to the heal power, 50% to her NP, and then damage to NP for everyone else is 30%. If you want to know why she doesn't give it to herself, because her NP is one that's based off of healing others and granting them a gut status for 1 time 3 turns. And this is why I say she's super limited in what she can do. She was made a very long time ago. If you're ever in a fight where you just need to, like, guts it out for some reason, then she's actually kind of useful, but there's not a lot of those. Unfortunate. I've tried so many times. Look how old my girl's skills are. It's so old. Even giving a 100% bonus to heal power is not enough to save my girl. Very sad. Even... that's enough of her. Like I said, she's limited. If you love her enough, you'll find a way to use her. And then finally, the summoning campaign, which once again, switching over. We'll see here, the Pilgrimage Festival Part 4 Pickup Summon, which are going to be banners featuring a whole bunch of units. I keep getting stun-locked that they released in the year 2025 a Jean and Siegfried banner. It's kind of insane. But yeah, the units that are going to be added are Ilya and Miyu together, which are going to be the limited time servants that are put next to each other. Permanent servants are together are Saber and Emiya Assassin, and Jean and Siegfried, like I mentioned beforehand, along with their limited time craft essences, which are going to be ones that came from their events, which are Distant Pilgrimage, Magical Girl of Sapphire, First Sunrise, Kill on Sight, Moment of Bliss, and Bitter Black. And if you want to know which ones go with which ones, they have the characters on the front. Though, of course, Magical Girl of Sapphire and Kill on Sight come from the event itself. First Sunrise, and I believe it is this one, Bitter Black. It's just because they have them on the cover. Moment of Bliss and Distant Pilgrimage come from the event of APOC, though. And yeah, the way it's going to start is that on the 22nd, that's when Saber and Emiya Assassin are going to be showing up. And then on the 24th, that's when Ilya and Miyu are going to show up. And then 2 days later, Jean and Siegfried. If you are a new player and you're asking me, should I summon on this? The answer is no. Do not summon on these banners. The only people who should be summoning on these banners are people who are diehard fans of any of the characters below and have already planned out the idea that they want more copies of these units, either because they want them grand status or they want them to be NP5, whatever it may be. If you want the quick breakdown, both Miyu is a collab servant who is limited, so she's actually kind of a pain in the ass to get, but she's kind of on the more niche side of things. I wouldn't say she's out of all the collab servants that I've had, which is not including the Dino wife. Miyu has been the weakest one when I think of all of them. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I believe that she's gotten some strengthenings to make her a little bit better, but I'm not sure if it's been enough. Assassin Emiya isn't anything too crazy to write home about. Saber is amazing, as always. She's a fantastic AoE Saber unit. Jean is also a very good stall unit if you're into stall gameplay, but if you're not into stall gameplay, unfortunately your girl's not going to have very much for you. You may as well just wait for the Metatron. Sieg hits dragons, and Ilya's a magical girl who's single target caster, and sometimes if you're a fan of single target casters, you could use that. And if you're not, then you don't want it. Funny enough, the thing that I would want most from all these banners is actually Ilya, because this unit right here, not this unit, this version, Magical Girl Sapphire, is an amazing CE. I think probably there's better versions of it out there now, but I still use this one from time to time just because it gives a lot of NP gain and it gives a decent charge to the NP charge. And sometimes you don't need damage, sometimes you just need a lot more NP gain. And she's been very useful in some pretty dire circumstances where I've had to use her. But yeah, those are the banner. Again, like I said, if you're a new player, don't bother summoning. If you are someone who is a little bit more adept to the game, you already know if you want to summon or not, and I wish you the best of luck on it. And then finally, let's move over, because this is the last thing we have to talk about. Alright, the final switch. Thank you very much, everyone, for putting up with the switches, but let's go here. So like I said earlier on the video, Spring New Masters Aid campaign, this actually has some interesting go-arounds for Spring New Masters campaign, because if you don't know, this is where many people are assuming the back-to-school event will be taking Merlin and then the other units on it. But here's the thing. The reason I haven't talked about this yet, because I wasn't sure that these dudes are going to follow Merlin to back-to-school, because Saber's on it. And if you remember now from this banner that I just featured, it has Saber on it. So they would just have 2 Saber banners? And that doesn't make any sense. The unit that you would actually want to keep from that is actually Herc. So I think likely we might be getting another servant on here. Gilgamesh, I think, stays. Astolfo can probably stay, even though I think the team-up of Astolfo and Gilgamesh is a different one. I think it's likely that stays. I think Emiya Archer stays. It's just, I don't know who replaces Saber. They could just run another Saber banner, and then they can just say, hey, what up, everyone? There's 2 Saber banners. Yeah, we just did that. We don't care. But I think it's more likely that they replace him out. But until I get concrete evidence of it, I don't want to mention it. And like I said also, we never got the campaigns for this, so maybe we get it from there. But then also back to school, who knows? I don't know if they're going to follow anything or whatever. But it's something to keep in mind. And if you're also thinking about looking at that and saying, like, hey, maybe I should summon, Merlin is on the way, Castoria is on the way, Morgan is on the way. There's a lot of other big units coming that I think you're better off not summoning for Jean and Siegfried unless you're just that big of a Jean and Siegfried fan or something like that. I'm being really hard on them. I'm not trying to be mean. I loved you in the most recent JP event in FGO, Siegfried. I love that you dressed up as a shark. I'm not here to discredit you. I actually really like you as a character thanks to FGO, actually. In APOC, you were a little bit like weird, but I've gone into fight with APOC fans in the past, and I just want to squash the beef, and I don't want to dump on them for enjoying what they enjoy. And I think I've talked too much. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for making it to the end of the video. As always, like I said at the beginning, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out a whole bunch. I'm getting pretty close to 5,000 subs, which I think I might be able to get by the end of the year, as long as I continue to make out videos and release it. If I could get to 5,000 subs by the end of the year, that'd be fucking awesome. But I have to actually put in the work and do videos for it. But, you know, if you've ever been wondering, like, hey, should I show support to this guy? Because I know how easy it is on YouTube, where you just watch someone's video and then, like, their video just pops up again. And you go like, oh shit, the new video, let me click on this, and you never realize that you're unsubscribed. I do that all the time. It's very funny how easy they do it. They should fix their fucking site. But yeah, you can sub to me. You can also see some other stuff that I've been in part of. I'm going to keep promoting it just because it was really fucking long, and I'll keep promoting it for the time being. I did a video with Common where I got to talk to him about his cosplay journey. That was really nice. I'm doing streams now that you can check on. I'm going to try and do the schedule, which is 2 on YouTube and then 1 on Twitch, and maybe on Sundays on the community thing I can leave some kind of schedule, just like everyone's favorite VTubers on Hololive. I can do that. I can have a schedule, though my schedule would change on the dime, because sometimes I was actually going to have a stream today, but then my brother needed to get play with his friends to do Night Ring, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I can change the date. It's fair enough. He always understands when I need to play with my friends, so it would be kind of a dick move if I didn't do the same. But anyway, that's a long end of adventure note again. Until next time, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye-bye.